Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Redskins going up against the Giants.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. First carry for Samaje Perine, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Again, here's Perine. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Beckham. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Second down, just 1 yard to go. Cousins a handoff. This is Pirine. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Cousins on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Eli Harold from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Play action for Pirine. Now Cousins. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up 4th. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And New York set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
39! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught left side by Funchess. That one goes for 24 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I'd missed him, it would have been a different story all night.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. To throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
It's Pirine to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run again with Pirine. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10. Cousins setting up the screen to Pirine. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A first down throw for Cousins. Shakes off the sack. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dalvin Tomlinson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll send the tight end in motion. Cousins now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Over! Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Watching that, Barney! Detroit! Hurry up! Good! Hurry up, Hilger! Green 30! Watching that, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Watching that, Barney!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Second down following the incompletion. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing, Cousins. A quick hitter complete. It's Carpenter. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Muscling free near the 40. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll be first down, Washington. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down. Here's Cousins. Powers through. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a They begin the drive with Johnson. Room here to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down carry here for Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down following the run. Defense showing blitz.
Now let's go. Good.
Back to throw here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and he
will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Giants are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watching that body. Leopard. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Now let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue Niner. Blue Niner. No. Check. Patriots.
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the
front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This is taken at the 3. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
In motion, the tight end. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, some strong running. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Aaron Lynch in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aaron Lynch in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. Back now here at MetLife Stadium as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready. Now a handoff, Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Cousins to throw it this time. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 28. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the side.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
No, check, Patriot!
They go to Johnson again. Called out a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Gun! Detroit! Hot!
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Detroit! Gun! All right, now, look at 56.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Kill. Over.
Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's Johnson. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They give to Johnson going right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Carpenter knocks it through, and that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. For pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
It's caught inside the 25. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Cousins to throw it. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a...